Hi 143 fam, I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Thank you all so much for your patience in June. I was traveling, came home with a really bad flu, so I was unable to get your mid-month love readings done. But we're going to take a look extensively at love, your general overview, in these readings here today. I also have a few different giveaways for the month of July. First of all, I'm going to be giving away one free reading to one of my YouTube subscribers here. I will announce winners July 31st. If you'd like to be considered, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected. Also for Instagram, I'm going to be utilizing that platform to give away a few different readings throughout the month as well. They may be spontaneous. You'll have to show up and see what it is that I'm going to do that I have planned for you guys. But again, follow me there, Urban Soul Guru. Winners will be announced there each month for readings so that you guys don't miss it. I have inspirational messages and quotes. I channel these messages for you guys at least a few times a week. Okay, so you're getting some additional content there. Again, thank you guys so much for your support here on my channel. I'm always so grateful to connect with you. I am available in July for private readings, for energy healing. You know how to reach me. Now let's jump in to your July 1st general overview and love readings. Let's see what's in store. Hi Aries, this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for July 2019. We're going to start with your general overview, then we'll take a look at love. I will have timestamps down below. Aries, general overview, July 2019. Aries, general overview, July 2019. Okay, Aries, I've got you. Movement. I'm channeling movement. Some of you guys have been waiting for a house to sell. I'm feeling to get approved for a loan. This month, you get movement. For some of you, that's like a physical move. There's movement forward. There's no more stagnant energy, okay? I think your patience may have been tested for quite some time. I know another sign got that. Maybe Cancer. You're good. You guys are good to go, okay? So trust that. Yeah, I just saw a green light. Excuse me. It's like a little bit of a cough attack before I started your video. Still getting over the flu, but I'm being shown too that like with some of that irritation for you guys, that's kind of manifesting in me as I'm tapping into your energy. For some of you, that's not like sick cough. Some of you are dealing with coughs and some lingering symptoms. It's allergies. So you're treating a cough as though it's like, okay, I have a virus or something. You need like Allegra. You need a steam machine, okay? But I know I'm getting a few messages at once. So that applies to you because I'm really, really, really feeling that manifest in me right now. And I mean, I haven't been coughing in days. This is definitely some Aries energy. You may have some congestion. If it's not physical, Aries, cleanse that heart chakra, okay? There's emotions. Get that up and out before it needs to manifest into something physical. I'm definitely getting this visual of a red light. You're waiting there. And you're waiting there. And it's just turned green. Right now, it's just turned green. Okay? So you guys get that movement coming into the month. And you'll see things speed up a little bit too. Between the first of the month and the end of the month. Heading into August, I think you'll be pretty happy with the flow. Okay? Especially the work flow. Especially the money flow. So let's take a look at this with a little bit more depth. Aries general overview. I'm telling you. There's something to do with allergies. Taking deep breaths. For some of you need to like calm energy down a little bit. You need a timeout. You need to be outside. You need some fresh air. I'm also feeling fresh air in the home. There's something, it feels like in your home environment is triggering allergies. You may want to consider some sort of air purifier. Check out reviews first because not all of them will be effective for what you're dealing with. I'm feeling molds. I'm feeling molds for you guys. I think that applies to more than one of you dealing with allergies right now, and you feel like you've been sick. For those of you who have more autoimmune type issues, you may be looking at it like, okay, this is autoimmune acting up again. And sure, you can look at allergies like that, but what allergies represent in the physical form, Aries, It's being irritated with something, being irritated with somebody, okay? So what this is holding space for is for you to get clear on what's irritating you. That like itch almost that makes you keep coughing, but it's not a productive cough. What is it in your environment? For some of you, it's simply allergies. I'm getting some mold allergies here. For others of you, this is a person. It's like on the work front. It must feel like an irritating neighbor. But nonetheless, you need to be outside. You need fresh air. You also need to calm your mind. This also speaks to dealing with anxiety, being able to take deep breaths. If your lungs are irritated, if someone's irritating you, you may be taking really shallow breaths. You want, like, with the discipline of a professional singer, you want to be taking deep breaths in, filling up your lungs, really using your diaphragm, okay? If you don't know what that means, look that up on YouTube. There'll be plenty of videos, I promise you. Deep breaths, but you need fresh air to breathe in as well. Open windows maybe instead of AC on days where it's not too hot outside if you're in a part of the world where it's warm. If it's cold and you don't want to be outside, get yourself out anyway. You need some fresh air. Allergies, air purifier, something to relieve what's going on in your lungs. But I really think for many of you, it could be a person or a situation that's just irritating you. For sure too, okay? Send up your reading. Have confidence, followed by change in direction. This is a movement card. So that's where that energy comes in. For some of you guys, again, it's a physical move. It's a change in career. It's a change in direction. For some of you, it's how you direct your thoughts. The way you think. Now you're more in alignment with law of attraction and manifesting at a really high level, which is really beautiful. But I'm seeing some major career changes, seriously spotlighting some major successes. Even if you've had successes in the past, this is just different. Center of your reading, we have confidence. You can do it confidently, but I do see if a challenge arises for you in this month, your confidence may waver a little bit. What I actually just channeled to, for those of you dealing with allergies, you may be seeing a practitioner for that, as someone holistic. It could even be Western medicine, a holistic doctor, a shaman, a Reiki master. You're getting treatments done and you're losing confidence in their ability to heal you, okay? So for some of you, you may be seeking a different kind of treatment. You may be switching from a Western medicine doctor to somebody more holistic, and that's where you're going to see the relief that you need. For others of you, Spirit is asking you to hold in because you have to be patient. Even though something isn't a quick fix overnight, doesn't mean it's not gradually healing your body, especially if you have, and I just keep getting allergies and autoimmune, so for those of you who deal with autoimmune issues, that's never really a quick fix, okay? But what you're aligning with is actually going to provide you with relief long term. It feels like if this is a new practitioner, this is somebody who you'll have better success with down the road. They'll be the first person you go to if you have an issue versus having to like suffer for a few months with the wrong doctor or the wrong kind of medicine. This is the person to go to. I'm sorry, this is just that energy. It's that congestion, okay? So you want to be working on clearing that heart chakra, your lungs, okay? But have confidence also speaks to just changes in general. First of all, you feel incredibly confident, but if your confidence wavers, speak to angels, speak to divine, ask for a little bit of extra support, because universe definitely has your back, okay? You may feel irritated with something, but it's about to pass. Trust me. There's movement past blocks and obstacles this month. You may be irritated that you had to be so patient. Why hasn't this loan come through yet? We've had the house on the market for a minute. Why hasn't this sold? This is a great time to sell. Our house is amazing. It's a great location. It's a good price. What's going on? Something comes through to completion. This is commitment. This is contracts. This is also love for sure. But something needs to be cleaned out, okay? You need fresh air. If you are committing to people that don't allow you to take those deep breaths, there's a lot of anxiety around it. It feels like those are commitments you're stepping away from. But even if you step away from one commitment, it feels like you're stepping into something else. This is contracts. I'm telling you, certain contracts are being signed this month. For those of you having a hard time selling the house, it just feels like that comes full circle for you now. You may be buying a house and you're waiting on paperwork. I see something getting approved. So it's a loan. It could be a mortgage. Could be like a big time loan, a loan for a big business or business startup, okay? A big loan for a business startup. Feels like you get it. we've had to be patient, right? This didn't happen overnight, but look, the message in this is that there's longevity in it. There is longevity in this. Okay, for some of you, this is creative projects. You may have some Libra in your chart because Libra had some of this energy too. Okay, center of your reading, we have confidence. Have confidence clarified by trustworthy guidance. You may be a writer. You may be creating something. You may be channeling thoughts, repetitive thoughts, especially be writing them down. I feel like this is a great month to be journaling. Have confidence in this transition. For some of you guys, you're going from more of a traditional, non-creative field to something that's very creative. You can make money here. There are definitely contracts. I'm seeing contracts being signed for sure around work situations or in creative situations. Have confidence in this product and this new idea and this creative project. This is going to launch you in a whole new direction, but it's incredibly positive, okay? Universe is showing you signs. So you're making these changes. Universe is showing you exactly where you need to make the changes, but universe is also showing you what will be and what won't be successful for you in the months and years ahead. So pay attention. That trustworthy guidance is coming through. Trustworthy guidance is coming through when you write, for sure. So if you're not making use of that, if you don't typically journal and you don't consider yourself a writer, this may be a very foreign process to step into, but start doing this, okay? Even if you just type notes out in your phone and some little, or some notepad somewhere or something. They don't have to make sense, but something will soon. But you're also seeing signs. It's not just what you're channeling. I feel like universe is sending you very specific people. I feel like you're seeing coins, you're seeing numbers. There's something repetitive. I keep hearing the word coins for what that means. Yeah, coins, for sure. I'm not sure exactly what that means for you guys. It feels like, obviously, coins, that's money. Is universe putting money in your path? Is universe putting money in your path? It feels like it. It feels like some of these contracts are really big money and they're a really big deal. You gotta trust in the process, okay? Having to be patient and feeling like you're at your wit's end, you'll be able to sigh some relief here. And maybe that's where the deep breath comes in, right? All of a sudden that loan goes through, that contract goes through, this creative project launches, and you're just like, okay, I can breathe again. That weight has been lifted. I'm not irritated by anyone or anything anymore. This is what, oh, you have two beautiful cards that just popped as crowning cards. Major relationships, major contracts, major commitments. This is in love, but especially in work. Aries, someone special has showed up for you. Something very promising has showed up for you or will be showing up for you in the month of July. But ultimately, it's aligning you with your life purpose and your soul purpose. As long as you see this through and you trust in this transition and you don't resist this, you will continue to have forward motion and you will have a very successful outcome. Whoa, bottom of the deck. Look at what we have here. Do you see what you're aligning with? These changes may be scary and they may even be a little bit uncomfortable, but you're put back in alignment with joy and life purpose. You may not have ever fulfilled this before. I feel like for some of you step into the life purpose, but someone or something has pulled you away from it in the past. Not anymore. Universe needs you back in alignment. You need you back in alignment. You feel that pull, right? That's why you've been journaling. That's why you've been creating. That's why you've been making these changes. The big moves. Even just thinking about making a move or leaving a company. It's because your soul is urging you to do that. It's because you are hearing these messages. Super joyful outcome, life purpose, major relationships, major commitments, big money here for you, okay? And now, the contract, it feels like the contract will come through in the month of July. Will the height of the abundance and the success come through? For some of you, well, especially if you're a little bit ahead of the ball, but it feels like what you've been waiting for comes through. And in the months ahead, you'll start to see what that really means and how drastically that has really changed your life. Well, let's see how this applies to love. I know that this does. Some of these major commitments are romantic partners for sure. Okay, Aries. Aries in love. July. July 2019. Aries in love. Ooh. Had a tough energy come through, Aries. I think some of you are moving away from really deceptive partners, huh? Something was off. I'm feeling red flags all over that. For some of you, you're stepping into alignment with your life purpose and your soul purpose, which will put you more in alignment with higher level, higher vibing love. So you're going to start to see more quality partners show up in your life if that's something you want at this time. I do feel like you may be a little bit more focused on career, which is totally fine. I totally respect that and understand that. But if you're single and you would like to call in love and some new love, do trust that the more in alignment with this that you become, the more you'll see that energy effortlessly spill over into your romantic life. But it feels like you guys are walking away from some pretty difficult people and some pretty difficult situations, or maybe that heaviness, that irritation, that congestion that still lingers in the heart chakra is because of that, even if the ending was some time ago. But it does feel like you get that movement, you get that up and out. It does feel like you start to clear that energy this month, and maybe fully clear that energy this month, okay? Because there's definitely something better on the back end of this. Let's get a little more clarity. Aries in love. Aries in love. You may not want to step back into a relationship, that's okay. But if it doesn't serve you if you're fully blocked, okay? It doesn't, because you may block some creativity. It's better not to search, but to go about life. Once you've healed, once you really feel ready, at least have an open heart and an open mind, okay? Keep an open mind to love. There is somebody better. There is a better experience. This may not be the kind of person you would typically date, but it feels like that's a good option for you. If you're dating one and the same, it's like you're basically, wow, these are beautiful cards. You're just replacing one partner with someone who's almost identical. That's just not what it needs to be. Even if you don't want something serious, that still doesn't feel like it's worth your time, because some of these people are deceptive. Some of these people have red flags that you overlook at first because there's passion and it drains your energy, Aries, and you need that for work. You need that for this life transition you're going through, okay? So even if you're not looking for something serious, if you're open-minded to love or a partner at any level, make sure you're still manifesting from a very high place. You may be surprised when someone shows up that you're genuinely interested in. So you have passion at the center of your reading. This doesn't feel superficial though. For the majority of you, this doesn't feel superficial. Honeymoon to follow. Feels like you'll meet somebody new if you're single, if you travel, or on the heels of having traveled. It also feels like you may be meeting somebody that isn't your type, that you're very passionate about, and they may not be from your country. They may be from a different part of the world. Not your type, but keep an open mind to them, because there's just, it feels like a lot of kindness. It feels a little bit more effortless. It feels like somebody who isn't intimidated by the success of Aries. They feel like someone who could potentially even contribute to that success. And for some of you, it'll be through that love and that support. For others of you, it could be in a similar industry. So you guys are able to work together. But if you do that, that has to be like way down the road. That cannot be from day one. Something significant has the ability to show up in Cancer season, especially if you want it to. I definitely feel some resistance. I can feel it in the cards. Keep an open mind. Clarify by release your ex. I really think if you're resistant to new love, it's because you're still healing. I think somebody did some damage because they were either deceitful, they were codependent, they were controlling. I'm feeling something was really off, and it wasn't just a typical, okay, our chemistry was off. It was deeper. Some of you dealt with some seriously awful partners. And of course, I'm not saying that about all of your exes, okay? This may not be your last ex. This could be like 5 exes ago, but there's still some lingering energy, especially if you guys are dealing with very controlling people who tended to be a little bit abusive. I'm definitely feeling that for you, Aries. It's time to recognize that that energy still lingers. You gotta let it go, okay? Because it will block you from higher vibing love. And if this energy lingers, you're going to continue to attract similar people, okay? But it does feel like that's why. You have some resistance. And if you are not healed, that's fine. I'm sorry, Aries. I'm really feeling this energy for you really strong. This may be someone in your recent past. This may be somebody. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel like you guys are going through breakups this month. It feels like this has already happened, but it may have just happened. If you're dealing with this, take your time. Focus your energy on career because there's a whole lot of joy there. There are a lot of blessings. It feels like many of you have a really nice circle of friends, or even a really close friend or a family member you're really close with. Those are the kind of people who deserve your energy at this time. They have to be calm. They have to be kind. You may have this sort of manic energy of like, I need to like work out obsessively to get this energy out of my system, or I need to go out and just like party, and I need to be out of the house every night. It's okay to balance some of that because you also need that kind of movement. You need that energy to move so you're not like suffocated in whatever the ex did. Just don't overdo it. I really think for many of you, you need a legit break. If you can travel, travel. This will heal you so much, even if you really don't want to travel alone. Although as an Aries, I think that you probably enjoy that. But it does feel like you need to get away. So if you keep an open mind and if you go through your healing process, there does feel like somebody really beautiful on the other side of this healing. And of course, okay, we will always be presented with new love and new options as long as we heal and we're not closed off to it. But there feels like somebody of real quality and real longevity here. But you have to go through the healing process. I'm sorry. I can feel how intense this energy is for you, or was for you. There was someone in your past that wasn't a very kind human being, and there are still some wounds there. So, okay, we're going to look at this. First of all, let's just talk about healing in general. So what I specialize in is energy work. I'm a healer. I'm a shaman. I'm a Reiki master teacher. What I'm going to tell you about this healing, especially if it's very serious deceptions, serious control issues, like really, really, really messed with you. You need to be doing inner child healing, but you also need to be able to call back soul pieces. Shamans do that, okay? If you need my help, reach out to me. You may know how to do that for yourself. You may have somebody already in your life that you know and you trust. What I'm getting for you, yes, there's inner child work, but there's calling back a soul piece or soul pieces, because it feels like you're not all the way whole yet. But when you call those soul pieces back, you're going to feel more like yourself. You're not going to feel like you went through such a traumatic experience. You're not going to get stuck in that space. You have movement, okay? Because you'll have more of you back. This is about refueling you. So to be honest with you, if this is still really dominant in your life, this isn't just like under the surface, a little like lingering irritation, but you've mostly healed. If this is a fresh wound for you, don't consider jumping into something new because you won't be ready for it. I promise you, once you go through this process, that person or another really beautiful soulmate will show up for you, Aries. It's important that you heal at this time. Reach out if I can help you. Honeymoon card. Okay, we talk about travel. This also speaks to cleanse. This also speaks to taking a time out. Heal if you need to heal. But this is being clarified by two different cards here. We're getting give your relationship a chance. And past life relationship. Not the traditional meanings that are coming through. Okay, to clarify, honeymoon. This is about giving love a chance. And you know what? So is this. Of course, you got to heal first, okay? First and foremost. But when you do, give love a chance. It feels like somebody you have a soulmate connection with comes through either while you're traveling or when you get back with this fresh energy. Travel will help you heal, though, for sure. It really, really feels like you'll get relief, okay? You're going to get relief, especially in the heart chakra, especially if you're by water. If you can't take a long trip, if you can't take a trip at all, do some sea salt baths, okay? It does feel like you need to cleanse some energy at this time. But the positive here, look, you're aligning with life purpose, okay? You have much bigger and better relationships showing up. Remember, we have these high-level commitments. This is beautiful energy. If you can't focus on love right now, it's all about self-healing and it's all about movement forward. If you've gone through some pretty traumatic experiences, for many of you in the month of July, you're turning the corner. You're really starting to feel more healed, and that's so positive and it's so beautiful, okay? For those of you in committed relationships, it feels like your cards are sticking, Aries. There's just some stuff that you don't want to get out. And I get that and I respect that. I want to get your crowning card. They're sticking a little bit, okay? So make sure you figure out what it is that you don't really want to come out. Maybe you don't want something to come out and be public because it's just been so challenging for you, especially if you work in some sort of entertainment or creative career, okay? Or on social media, you don't want people talking about the separation, okay? So we have a separation crowning reading. I think some of you are going through a really, really difficult time right now. Bottom of the deck, we have some beautiful cards here. We have chemistry, we have engagement, but you guys got to focus on this, okay? If you're afraid of something coming out and being public, don't talk to too many people around you. Don't post too much on social media, especially if you have a little bit of a spotlight around you, Aries. There are some people who may try to manipulate to get information, and you're going to feel overexposed. So be conscious of that. I will say this too. So for those of you in committed relationships, you know your partner isn't being deceptive. It definitely feels like you've gone through this, and you may have already attracted this high level love, and you know how this process goes, okay? And if you could speak to Aries going through it now, you tell them it's totally worthwhile. There's this high level, beautiful soulmate who's absolutely worth your time and your love, and you can be vulnerable with, and they're safe, and it's a game changer. But even you may still have a little bit of lingering energy. Don't be surprised if that comes up during the eclipses in March and in July. Something happened in March? Do you have a connection? I mean, of course you have a little bit of a connection, okay, end of March, Aries. But, yeah, I mean, March was coming through for sure. But for those of you in committed relationships, okay, you just may want to cleanse some energies, but you may want to be a little bit more cautious about who you're talking to about your relationship. If you have a solid relationship, because it looks like some of you do. So you get past this deception and the exes and you heal. You've freed yourself. You've got your life back, control over your life. You've really manifested a high level love. There could be some people around you who are being manipulative. You think that they're being supportive. And especially if you and your partner are going through a little bit of a challenging time. It's not traumatic, it's not crazy, but you know, that's what we go through. In relationships, we have our highs and our lows together, right? I don't know, there's just somebody around you that isn't trustworthy. If you know that that doesn't pertain to your partner, there's someone close to you. And it may really, really, really surprise you, a best friend who isn't happy for this love and this new relationship or the longevity and the success of a long-term relationship. Be careful. Be careful about new people who come into, okay, pay attention to red flags. I promise you there's a happy outcome here, Aries. And the thing is, I know you guys can navigate this. You may be struggling right now. Feel your feelings. Get them out. Movement, okay? We came into this reading talking about movement. Move your body, dance, exercise. Don't overdo it because then you're going to hurt yourself. Channel your feelings, write them down, create something, okay? But when you get that up and out of your system, okay, and heart chakra's feeling more balanced, travel if you can. There's someone passionate coming through. There is love here. There is soulmate connection here. I mean, we have chemistry at the bottom of the deck. We have engagement at the bottom of the deck. There is definitely somebody who could come through, okay, in the month of July if you're ready for it. And and honestly, they may be closer to you than you realize. They'll offer you something different, but anybody who doesn't feel safe, even if you've only gone on a few dates, you cut those people right on out of your life, okay? You're not settling. You deserve great love. Just like you know that you're in alignment with this energy and work is on point, you can have it all. You can have that and you can have the great love, okay? If you are in a great relationship and you're just going through a little bit of a difficult time, I will say this for you too. You may just want to take a little bit of space, go on a vacation, go out with the girls for the weekend or the guys for the weekend, just a little bit of space. This isn't necessarily a breakup. This doesn't necessarily mean space that requires weeks or months apart. This could literally just be a couple of days. I will also tell you too, we were talking about fresh air. Instead of being reactive if something gets heated, go for a walk, okay? Take your space, come back together. I do see some healing here for sure for couples going through a bit of a hard time. But I think mostly this energy speaks to those of you who've gone through breakups where you had some pretty challenging and pretty traumatic experiences. This comes through heavy, and I'm sorry this is so heavy for you, Aries. I am here for you if you need it. Keep your head up, okay? Work on you. All that self-love. Call in those soul pieces. Reach out to someone who can help you with that if you can't do that for yourself. Travel if you can. Sea salt baths. Nurture you. All of this will resolve. You will feel better by the time you get to the end of July. Mark my words. I'm not saying it will all be completely healed. We all have different process in terms of healing and timing. You're going to feel better, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll be back mid-month for your mid-month love reading around the 15th. If you need me in the meantime, reach out. Private readings, healing work. I'm happy to help you. I am sending so much love, light, and gratitude to you, Aries. So much love, okay? I can feel what you're going through. You're going to get through this. I know you can handle this. Do it with grace. Take care of yourself. I promise you, there's somebody so much better once you get through this. You're going to be grateful that it ended. I promise you that. I'll see you back here soon, Aries. Ciao.